Hi, welcome to Zolon's Shop of Wonders, aka Z's Weekly Madness. Now, this is kind of a, as Dan DB3D would say, a shoot the shit stream, but at the same time, we do like to showcase certain things. We let other people come on and say, show off their projects. We have some different things going on. It has been a while, and I know it has been. But, I have to give the warnings. You already heard me use one of them. We use, again, as DB3D says, we use sentence enhancers. This means we are, PG-13, sometimes a little bit more. And if you're under that age, if you have to have those agreements that say if you're under 13, you shouldn't be here, well, we're one of those places. So if you are, go get your fucking parents. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick little news thing. So one thing I'd like to point out is coming up real soon, Tripod's Garage and Jerry's 3D printing and painting and off-axis 3D, aka Marcel, have been printing droids. Make sure you head on over to their channel because on the 5th of this month at 6 p.m. Central, they are going to be doing the Tito droid. So if you're asking what that is, you can look there at my desk. There is a quick little, that is actually Tripod Garage's thumbnail. Make sure you go give them some love. I'll drop the link into the chat in just a little bit. But until then, let me go ahead and bring in somebody who's already here in my green room, and that is Greg's Maker Corner.
Hello, Earthlings.
Hey, Greg.
Good to be here.
So, also I'd like to point out, while we're doing that, they've already done a full weekly build of the droids. Some of them already have them wired up and they're driving around. You can go check out their Twitters, you can go check out their YouTube channels, and see what they've been up to.
I got to build me one of those droids.
So do I, but I got to get my printers running again. Now, of course, I'm not always the coon, so hi!
Whoa, wait a minute. You're a real person?
So, hey there, Henry. Hey, Shane. So, I was able to get the link to join the madness to pin, but I also dropped it down into the description. So, if you can't find it in the actual chat, you can go down to the video description. It's already down there. And hi, Yav. Oh, wow. Hey, Alien 3D. Been a long time since I've seen you here.
Yeah.
But so for those who don't know, I do the Alien 3D UFO subscription box.
Yes.
It is a lot of samples. I'm not a, I'm starting to become like Llama, and I don't really need more samples. But he does offer just the projects as well.
Yep.
And they are amazing. Almost every month you get actually an Arduino in it, and that alone makes it worth it.
Yeah, and the last project was really cool. Actually, I was surprised. I got like all kinds of social media love for it. It was the what do you call that? The Arduino ESP32 camera, and I ended up building it for my Prusa Mini, and I think it even made hot makes, which was cool. So
yes, it did. It did.
Hey,
I actually saw that hot makes.
Hello.
Hey, Shane.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you might have tagged it, Zolan. So
yep. And actually, the last project is the sand clock.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was. I hadn't had a chance to check out the what do they call it, unveiling or whatever. So,
oh well, maybe we can get Alien to pop in here and he can tell us all about it.
Come on, Josh. When was the last time Josh streamed? It's been a while. I used to go to his streams like every week.
A few days ago.
Yeah, that was just
a few days ago. He did a charity stream.
Figures. Oh, that's right, the charity stream.
Yeah, so that's another thing is Alien 3D. One of the other reasons why I enjoy supporting his company is he does a ton of charity work as well, and that alone just makes it worth it. So, so I already know it. I know some of what Greg's been working on, and I know we're going to be talking more about it later. Hey, Viking. So, Shane, what have you been working on? It's been a while.
Oh well, 3D printer stuff. That's going to be the feature creep. That's the string printer that Zachman's
hang on a second here. Drag you over here and boop. It didn't switch.
What is that? Switch. What kind of printer?
There we go.
It is a string printer, so it uses fishing line.
Oh. How about that? Wow. For the Z?
For no, the Z's are the rods here.
Okay.
Let me pop on some light here. So it's a Core XY printer.
Nice.
So I'm waiting on some wiring because the wire that I got was the typical Chinese stuff, where it was. It says it's 22 gauge, and it was actually 24 gauge.
Yeah.
Earthquake.
Yep. I usually cover it up. And then, as you can see there, I have some carpet missing around my hot water heater.
Oh no! What, did that string a link or something?
Yeah, I think it's leaking.
Oh,
So
it's currently linking. Oh, kitty cat.
Yeah, so that might be my literal hot makes or hot fails or whatever you want to call it.
That's
a hot makes hot mess.
Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of feeling claustrophobic right now because I have everything pulled into where I normally sit.
Oh yeah, I know how that is. So I've actually started playing around with with Touch Portal. So because I decided building my own Stream Deck or paying the money out for one just wasn't worth it. But it allows me to do things like bounce around my different views, and of course the GoPro RMTP stream is going to show you for a second and then disappear.
Yeah, it was working earlier.
Oh yeah, it'll work. Just give it a second. See.
There we go.
But I understand my mess actually is expanded.
I see some drone gates.
Oh yeah, and my good printer's in there. I still got to get that set up, and then I've got my workbench over here, and then my internet, which is those two big antennas right there that I need to someday mount on a pole. And then my guitars, and as everybody knows, I am a home brewer, and that's what's in those two cabinets right there is all my brewing stuff.
That's actually a fair amount of space. I mean,
it's a lot more space, but yeah. I know eventually the wife's going to say, no, you need to condense.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to put any more printers in until I think I have a rule of 3. So at least 3 big ones. I have a couple like an Ender 3s just laying on the floor that I want to convert over to a plotter, but I have not had the time to do that yet.
Hey, Chris Travis.
Yeah.
And
I gained another printer beyond that.
Hang on a second here. And what is that?
That is an Artist D. Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, I got to look at mods for making it not suck.
Yep, I know how that is. And yes, that is a Repcord box, and on top of it I have a Palette 2 Pro S that I barely use. But I did not know until a couple days ago that I had dev access to it the whole time. But I did back the lifetime subscription for the Big Brain Simply 3D coloring for the Palette 2. So I'll be able to start playing with that. I might do a live stream, separate where I actually show some of the features and stuff on that. Oh, well. It is Maker Viking's birthday.
Oh, we got a birthday in the house. All right. Happy birthday, Viking.
I already gave him the happy birthday, fuck you, so.
Yep. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Yes, Maker Viking, welcome to getting older. So, today at lunch, I decided to fly a little bit. It wasn't with the LED props, thankfully. I took those off, but then I, of course, doing LOS. I crashed. I walked down to the end of my driveway. I picked up the quad. I started flying it up my driveway doing LOS as I'm walking behind it. And I went to do a roll just to see if I could do one LOS. And apparently, no, I cannot do a roll.
Ouch. So did you forget to drop the throttle when you rolled? Probably not.
No. When it spun to the side, it started to drift.
Oh.
So I automatically went to fight the drift.
I gotcha.
And fighting the drift, which blew it across the driveway and straight into a tree.
Trees are like magnets.
I swear they are. And I've got plenty of them. It snapped. The bolt's missing.
Oh,
but
yeah.
nothing actually looks broken. This is the QAVS full size.
Okay.
And this is the QAVS mini.
Yep. That's like a 3-inch or 4-inch?
3.
3, yeah.
So I'm contemplating, instead of fixing this one at this time, of yanking the camera out of this one because it's a Nebula Pro and putting it on the Mini because the Mini's Nebula Pro, I damaged the cable.
Oh, there you go. Take 2 bad ones and make 1 good one.
And then I can slowly repair this one and make sure the flight controller is good still and everything else, and I didn't damage the gyro.
Yep.
Hey, Greg, you might be breathing on your mic a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're Darth Vadering just a little bit.
Yeah, it's weird. These are like the super cheap headphones. I don't hear myself, so they're that cheap. But how's that? Any better?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't hear myself either because I turned off monitoring. I mean, I know nobody else wants to hear me, so. So there we go. I was actually going to bring this up. Unfortunately, I didn't grab any screenshots like I should have.
Yes.
But the new DJI FPV drone, my opinion, after seeing Josh Bardwell, one of the Mr. Know-It-All, and he is, and he got sent 2 of them after watching NERC. He got sent 2 of them after watching a ton of other people go through it as well, including one guy who took his apart completely.
Yeah. And there's a reason I sent them too.
Yep. And I have to say, on a scale of 1 to 10, durability is a 2.
Yeah, if that.
Almost every single reviewer has broken one of the 2 that they were sent.
Yep.
You cannot easily mount a GoPro to it without drilling holes. But 20-minute flight time when it's not windy.
More like 10. The way I fly, maybe 5.
Exactly. The way you that's another downside. You cannot fly the way you fly.
Well, you can, but you're going to break it. Yeah.
Not even breaking it, you can't do a full roll.
Oh, that's true. No, I thought if you put it in manual, because if you watch Bardwell's towards the end, he was able to do regular acro on it. It's just not.
That's how he broke it. That's right.
Yeah.
That's how he broke it. So you have the Mavic mode, the standard fly mode. You have the sport mode, and then you have the FPV, true FPV mode.
Right.
It's $1,300 US, not including taxes and shipping.
And that doesn't even include the really cool, innovative new controller, which is another $200, I think,
right.
Or maybe it's $300. But it's like a single-handed controller, kind of like this, right?
Which, from what I've seen, is really cool. Actually.
It is, yes.
If you are a cruiser, or a cinema person, that one-handed controller is awesome.
That's what's going to sell that drone.
Yes,
and I mean,
exactly it.
I had mixed feelings, of course, but I look at it a lot like what Creality is potentially doing with, with getting more people into the hobby, right? I think DJI, even though up until now, nobody could just go out and buy an RTF ready to fly FPV drone, but now you can, and unfortunately, that's why we have all these drone laws and regulations, is because you can go to Best Buy and 2 hours later, you can be an idiot flying over people, crashing into buildings, and doing illegal things with your drone. So unfortunately,
not even know you're doing illegal things.
So that's the only concern I have. But on the plus side, if people do their research and realize, there's a lot of regulations, I got to go register, I got to take a test in June, which is one of the new regs coming out, even as a recreational flyer. You'll have to do so. But
if your drones are over 200 UAVs, it's not just drones; it's all anything. UAVs. Yep. If it's over 250 grams, you have to go get a registration number for it, which is free, but you still have to do the test.
Yeah.
But at the same time, for the people who are Part 107, which I will be soon, they have removed some of the retraining requirements.
Which I'm excited about, because I'm actually gonna. I no longer have to pay $150 to get re-upped or whatever. I can just go and do the online training. So that's really good news.
Pull your pants up.
I don't see the crack.
Plumbing work. Sorry.
Oh wait, yeah, I do.
We don't need to see your plumber's crack.
So speaking of plumber's crack, we can always. We could always shove a Polymate 3D printed speaker in there. He is in the chat right now.
Ooh.
His new one is really nice looking, by the way. But so my opinion of the DJI FPV drone is I want one. But
yeah.
my reasoning I want one is I like doing cinema and I love to cruise, and that's what this is for.
Yeah, and if you're not going crazy,
to take pictures. It's not a
exactly
FPV drone like you.
It's a fancy Mavic Pro is what it is, but it will help any. I mean, that is a good chunk. That's all of DJI customer base.
And if you think about it, the goggles alone are almost $600, and that's not including any add-ons.
Right.
So you're really only paying an extra $600 to get the drone and to get the controller.
The controller,
not the nice controller, but a decent controller.
Right. Just the regular,
And it has one feature I wish all of my quads had, and that is pause. There is a button on the controllers that you can hit, and that quad will stop dead right where it's at and hover.
Right.
That I wish all my quads had that. If my quads had that, I would have hit the pause button and not done this.
I don't know. You still would have done that,
but you would have done it anyway.
That's like sub-second response time. So,
hey, I actually disarmed it before it hit.
Yeah,
right before it hit. So I'm pretty good on that, and that comes from flying around the dogs because I'm so worried about hurting the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
But again, $1,200.
Yeah, it's a pretty.
$1,300. Sorry, so
you know what?
$1,299.
If you're a DJI customer and you bought a Mavic or a Phantom or any of that other junk, I mean, you're already paying that kind of money. I had a Mavic Pro, and I spent $1,500 by the time I added the batteries or whatever. So I mean, to Mavic people that have Mavics, that's nothing.
That's one battery.
Yeah.
That's one battery. That requires a specific USB-C cable.
Yes.
Because if you use any other cable with it, it won't work. And if you try to plug anything else into that battery, you will fry it. Because it puts out the full voltage of the full 4S, which it can be upwards of 15 volts.
You're talking DJI anyway, so all that's like nothing new.
No.
Yeah, that's like, you plug this into your cell phone to try to charge your cell phone direct, kiss your phone goodbye. And this is a 4S, no different. That's actually almost the same milliamp hour. Oh no, there's a lithium. That would be this one.
Yeah.
It's what was it? The quad is 795 grams.
Almost 800 grams, which is almost 4 times the weight you want to be at.
Which means even if you wanted to buy it and not, you wanted to get it because it's so simple and everything else, you now have to take that test. You have no choice.
Yep.
And yes, it has a cruise control. But I want it, but only if it's severely discounted in price or somebody buys it for me.
Just wait like 6 months and they'll be all over eBay for $200-$300 off.
Broken.
For $1,000. Yeah, well, maybe. I won't tell you, but yeah. I think what we'll see is probably a modded frame, because that seems to be the biggest limitation. And maybe like, hey, here's some carbon reinforcement, and you'll just have to mod it yourself. And then probably V2 will be what it's supposed to be.
Oh, and anybody who's bought into the DJI landscape, like myself and Greg and a few others, the V1 goggles do not work with the new drone, and the V2 goggles currently do not work with the V1 gear. They did until the release of the firmware that came out today.
What? I didn't hear that. That's interesting.
And that firmware that came out today, if you just bought your kit and you haven't activated it yet, you have to upgrade to the newest firmware before you can activate.
Yeah.
And that all works, but you can't get it into FPV mode unless you have the FPV quad. Once you get it into FPV mode, the goggles will work with all your V1 gear.
Oh, geez. That's ridiculous.
They screwed up. Yeah. But, by that same standpoint, the last DJI add-on software, the configurator that they released, also identifies as a Trojan.
Yeah, I remember you were mentioning that on Twitter.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Anyways, that.
Is your house de-thawed there, Zolan?
Yes, it was 70 degrees today.
No, that's
Yeah, we hit almost 60 here in Ohio.
we were. Like
We hit 32 degrees last night, and we hit 73 today.
Cool.
Yeah,
It is very de-thawed.
This is the time of year we call fall spring.
Yep.
It's Llama's birthday as well.
What?
Me, Viking, and Andrew.
Wow.
Happy birthday.
I am so sorry, Viking and Andrew.
Let's start singing.
I think someone else too.
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, because I saw Boiler Ram or whatever he wants to call himself. Yep.
Yeah. I didn't realize. I knew it was mine and Vikings because last year we were joking about it, but I didn't
Which
know
Andrew?
it was Andrew's too. Huh?
Andrew Sink, or there's lots of Andrews now.
No, Andrew, Scottish Andrew.
Okay. The one who made me the STLs for my light box that I still have yet to print.
Yeah.
Also, too, I got another tool.
Laser?
Yeah.
Which one?
K40.
K40. I thought it looked
nice.
Looks like you were trying to get the focus set there.
Yeah, I was playing around with the power, trying to figure out how much power I needed for engraving versus everything else. And
That's cool.
Friday, I should have the air assist, so I can make it not look so burnt and actually cut it out, because I wasn't able to cut it out of this. Like, it didn't.
Yeah. How many passes did you try?
About 4. And it was like catching on fire, so I had to keep turning the power on to get the fire.
Yeah, that
to go
air
up.
assist fan will really help.
Yeah,
because it'll blow the. Yeah.
Why? What did I say? Did I say he was Irish? I always get those two.
Oh no.
You don't care. I've called him an English Irish freaking mutt anyway a bunch of times. Freaking Prusa Slicer. I hate Prusa Slicer. Did you just hear my fan?
Yeah.
Nope.
I heard it a little bit or something.
Freaking, I want it at 20%. It's nearly impossible to set fans with Prusa Slicer. It's a freaking pain in the ass. You have to turn this off and turn that on. It makes no sense. I finally get it, so it'll only do 20. But then all of a sudden it kicks up to 100 for like a second all the time for no reason.
It's not doing a bridge or anything, is it?
Nope. It's just doing the same thing as this, which is just a solid piece.
Is it doing like a top layer or anything where it could be considered an infill?
Nope. Not doing anything. It just and it just doing the other one. There's definitely something wrong. I'm getting check this crap out. I don't know if you can see it, but
you're still getting the separation.
Yeah. And I printed
They're all
this
sleeping right now, huh?
on that one, and it didn't do it. So I'm printing another one with the Prusa Slicer file. I have a feeling it's the printer, not the slicer. I'm going to slice another one and print it on. Slice another one with Idea Maker and put it back on the pumpkin because it came off fine on the pumpkin with Prusa Slicer. I also changed the nozzle out to a 0.4.
Did you try doing the PLA with the temperatures bumped up like you're talking?
Yeah, oh yeah. The I did my PLA profile. All I did was change the temperature.
And that same thing?
Same thing.
Damn.
And it's it's only doing it on the shells.
Yeah.
The infill and everything's fine. I mean, I even went and I threw it out already, but the other one, I did another one and I deliberately did like less infill so I could measure the infill, and the infill was 6.2. The shells are all coming out at 5.
I thought you were using Idea Maker.
Nozzle.
What are you using?
Making any freaking sense?
Yeah. Why are you using Prusa Slicer?
Huh?
Why'd you switch back? I thought you were using
Well,
Idea Maker.
I'm wondering if it's the slicer. I'm wondering if it's what my Idea Maker's doing, because I'm putting a buttload of shells on there. So I'm wondering if it's like you go over like 3 or 4 shells, because I did like 6, if it's doing it. Because it's never done it before. I've never had a problem with it.
Yeah, we have definitely unfrozen.
Yeah, there's like no snow there.
Anyways.
You could just peel it apart.
Oh, that's weird.
and they're perfectly stuck layer-wise.
Yeah. Oh, I completely forgot to ask Zolan.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still feel like you got ran over by a truck?
Oh yeah, I feel absolutely horrible. I do a very good job at hiding it because my normal day-to-day is horrible. So, but this is worse.
I got a headache.
They're treating symptoms, not the cause, because we don't know what the cause is.
Yeah.
I was over on Astro Print stream for a bit.
Yeah, he scheduled his right about an hour after I scheduled mine.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
They're talking about the crash and burn freaking space shuttle thing.
Oh, did it crash? I didn't see that.
No, it landed.
Oh.
It landed. Well, I guess one of the legs didn't come out all the way, so it was like leaning.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. It was funny as hell.
Oh,
like
man.
5 minutes
It
later,
was like that one test about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, it was flaming out, so all the fire crap came out, because it's all automated, comes out and puts it out. And it was just sitting there. They're sitting there watching. They're talking about it. So, boom! It just blew up.
No.
Yeah, they're all looking at everything. It's like, oh, everything looks good. Everything looks decent. Everything. Oh no, something's wrong here. Something's not quite. Boom.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the bottom half just went kaboom, and you see the top of it go up. It's almost like it relaunched. It went up, a couple hundred feet in the air, and then it started gliding back down.
Oh. So how many millions of dollars is it when that happens?
Oh God, I think that thing is like $1 billion every time it blows.
Oh, wow.
This is my free drink when I got a 12-pack of beer tonight. They're like, oh, here, try this.
Nice.
Hard seltzer.
Oh,
yeah. See, I can't do any seltzer, so. Well,
they were out of my Corona. They were out of my Corona Premier, so I picked this up, and it's not bad. It's the Blue Moon Light Sky Citrus Sweet Tangerine Pale, but it's only 3.6 carbs and 95 calories.
Blue Moon's not bad generally.
Yeah, for an InBev, it's okay. Anyways.
I'm not big into all the fruity flavors and stuff they do.
Nah, I'm not either, really. If you have to add fruit to your beer, brew better beer.
Yeah. I'm kind of a Sam Adams Bass Ale kind of guy.
Yeah, I went with a stout. So after I'm done with this, I'll be getting a stout.
Sorry, I'm trying to keep my wife off camera. She doesn't like being on camera. So I have decided, Greg, I don't like Ghost currently.
Really? Because of all the updates and stuff?
I am having an issue that when I turn a quad on, it won't register with the controller. If I unplug the quad, count to 2, and plug it back in, it'll register.
That's weird. And you've tried this on other receivers, other quads? Yeah, because I had that issue, and it was kind of like just random. Sometimes it would bind, sometimes it wouldn't. And then I ended up looking at it more, and it was getting really hot. You might want to touch it and see if it's getting hot, because
that's a possible.
Yeah, mine was. I reported it on the Facebook page, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's a bad one," and it had some internal issues apparently with probably solder joints and things. So they ended up.
How hard is it to get it replaced?
I just emailed them, and within a week or two, they had sent me a replacement.
Okay, I'll start checking that.
I'd check it because it's like $30-some for a replacement. Otherwise,
yeah.
But I would just feel it.
$34.99.
Yeah, see if it's getting hot, because if it's like, like more than 50 C, I mean, there's a problem there.
Oh, and all the people on Twitter who kept saying, "Oh, just fix the wire, just fix the wire." So this is the wire that I crushed that it won't focus on, of course.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
And it doesn't really look like much, but the reason why you can't
flat. Yeah.
You just can't solder it is that is a very, very fine micro pin connector, and there are over, what is it, 50 pins.
Yeah.
Yep. Are you able to just get just the cable, or?
Yeah.
Yes, but I have not been able to get a straight answer from anybody who really knows. Do you have a Nebula Pro yet?
I don't.
Greg?
I just have the Nebula.
So the camera, the back plate
the
on
back.
the camera is different than the Vistas. And the only cable I can find is for the Vista, which the cable goes through the back plate of. Not under,
which is
like this
annoying.
one.
Yeah, so you'd have to break it off, and then you'd have to 3D print your own, and it's just probably more trouble.
No, actually, no, because it's not part of the back on the Nebula Pro.
Oh.
I just have to get the cable free.
Oh,
and then I have to hope the pinouts are the same.
Oh, yeah, I gotcha. That's right. You were concerned about the pinouts being different.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be shocked if they were, but yeah, better safe than sorry.
You can't solder that, but you can solder that just fine.
Me? Yeah, I can. I can solder it just fine. It'll be just as bad.
No, it'll just connect them all at once.
Exactly. And it's my own fault. I know it is.
You just put a puddle of solder in there, then they're all connected then.
Well, when I tested it before I put the top plate on, it worked. When I put the top plate on, it didn't. It was me.
That's frustrating.
So, Llama.
What?
Yes, actually, Kenneth, that is exactly what it was doing. It sounds like it was power cycling. I unplugged the camera from the Vista unit. It works. The Vista unit didn't do it anymore.
My long-suffering 15-year-old water heater is finally dying.
Is it?
Yeah, there's a reason why. There's a big piece of carpet missing right there.
Did it flood?
Yeah, I think it's leaking from the bottom. I had to pull it out of there because I wasn't sure if it was...
You never drained it before, have you?
I've had the house for 3 years, and I think I've only drained it once.
You're supposed to drain it every spring.
Oh, really?
Nobody drains it.
Ain't no way I'm draining mine.
I've never drained mine, but we have a commercial one. And it's
mine sounds like...
Do you have a well
mine, the day we moved into this house, mine sounds like popcorn when it's on.
You should, if you have a well, you should drain it every year. If you're on city water, every other year. If you have a filter coming into your house, you can go another 6 months to a year. But you should drain it because it just builds up mud in the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Yep. I got clay. I got clay balls in mine.
Yeah.
And the water heater I have is 96, 97.
Is that thing gas or electric?
Propane.
Gas.
No. You should seriously look into converting it to electric if you can get a heat pump at a wicked discount like I did. Because I got my electric heat pump for less than the gas price after all the rebates.
That's cheap.
We had rolling power outages here. I am not doing electric. Hey, somebody else who I promised to test something for and never got around to. I'm sorry.
I came for the birthday boy. Happy birthday, Llama.
Oh, thanks. I try to.
So how you doing? Hey, how you doing, Marcus?
I'll bring it up again. I'm doing good.
Good. I've been trying to pimp your app as much as I can.
I appreciate it.
I did the whole motor vehicle to get my real ID today. I could have just gone online and renewed my license. No problem. It would have costed me the same amount of money. So, but I'm like, COVID, nothing else to do. I'll go in and do the real ID thing. Now, I will say, they were short. They had 3 people call in today. Of the 7 people, 3 of them called in today. Sick. By appointment, I still wasn't there a half an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Everyone, even the employees, everybody, literally every single person walking out of there says, you got to keep the by appointments thing. This is so much better. Because you email them, you go online and you make an appointment. They email you, a little questionnaire almost immediately, like what you want to do. You're getting a new license, blah, blah, blah. They call you like 2 hours before you're supposed to show up and make sure you have all your paperwork.
Wow.
So when you get there, you're all set. All you do is you wait the 5 minutes or whatever, because there's always they schedule them for like 5 minutes apart, but obviously there's people that take 25 minutes because they're dumbasses. But
Man, yeah, in Ohio we
I
have to
still
wait
wasn't in there
outside.
half an hour.
Did you get to wait in your car?
Yep.
They call you.
I got
nice.
there early, so I was actually there longer than half an hour because I ended up with a flat tire in my car, which is another whole nightmare. So I went early because I wanted to put air in the tire and crap. It wasn't flat; it was just really, really low. So I got there like 25 minutes before my appointment. So when I went up to the door, the guy's like, "Oh, because you got to bring your little ticket that you have an appointment."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Go back in your car and hang out because otherwise they got to keep you outside. You can't get in the building."
Yeah.
He's like, "Wait until you're like 5 minutes before the appointment because 5 minutes before the appointment they let you in the door." But you stop, they have the little foyer, and they have to ask you, have you felt bad? Do you have the flu? Blah, blah, blah. Take your temperature. Of course, I was outside, so when the guy took my temperature, I was like, negative 50 degrees because I was freezing fucking cold. And anyway, I mean, it wasn't bad. The only bad part is they called. They go, "Do you have like a pay stub and all this?" Because I'm trying to get the real ID, so I need something with your social security number. I go, "Yep, got like 3 of these, 5 of these. I'm going to bring 2 or 3 of everything. Got my birth certificate. I got my freaking diploma for an ID. I had like a stack of crap, and I brought it. Still didn't get it.
Why?
Because all the stuff with my social security number on it are X's with just the 4 last numbers.
Yeah, I was wondering if anything still prints the full one. Yeah, other than your social security card.
Basically, the only 2 things that you get is like a 1099 or a W-2 where you usually have your full one, or an actual social security card.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any of my W-2s or anything.
And they won't accept like I know for the birth certificate, it can't be a copy, right? It has to be in a water.
No, it has to be an original. But I had like pay stubs. I had I actually had W-2s, but they were more than 5 years old. Because I haven't worked for 5 years because I've been playing this deal for 5 years.
But you got a tax return, right? Can't you use that too, or no?
No, I don't pay taxes because I haven't made any money.
No.
I haven't even filed in 5 years because I haven't made a penny. So why bother?
Wow.
Everyone's like, "Oh, if you file, you get money back." It's like, yeah, but that feels slimy to me. Like, I'll collect unemployment because I pay into it. People, at least in Connecticut, your employer pays half, but we pay half of your unemployment. And you pay into it. And you get out of it, well, you pay into it. It's just like Social Security or anything here in Connecticut. Within reason. I mean, everybody pays into it, blah, blah, blah. But, like, just collecting money because I'm not working, it seems slimy to me.
You're in the minority, I'm sure.
The state and the feds will pay.
Yeah.
They'll give me a couple of grand every year for not working. But that just, I don't know. I probably should because I'm really getting broke.
Yeah.
I may actually this year. I've been thinking about it because that way we can pay the taxes and keep the house for another 6 months.
That means it's a real ID, isn't it?
Yeah, the little star in the corner. Yep.
Yeah.
I need to get mine.
On the state too, but yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I think that's federal. That star is federal. They're all the same.
Yeah. Hey, Marcel.
Hey, guys.
It's not really a big deal, other than I went through all the bullshit. I drove out to the town hall, got a birth certificate, thought I had everything else I needed.
Kenneth, he doesn't have a preschool graduation cert. He never made it to that grade.
Oh, man.
It's just so sad. And I had other docs, but they're all over 5 years old, so they were unacceptable.
Can you use a passport?
Yes.
I don't have a passport. If I have a passport, I don't need the real ID.
I'd still get the real ID.
No, they outright tell you in Connecticut, don't bother. Don't
really.
Don't waste the time. Unless you want to get rid of your passport. Because the next step, from what I understand, in like 5 or 10 years, the feds want to turn the real ID into your passport.
Yeah, I was going to say they're going to
only
swap
have
it
one
out.
piece of ID.
And then you'll need the real ID to get the passport if they don't. So
yeah, you'll need the real ID.
Because it's easier to get a passport.
Because you need the real ID.
No, it is not.
Well, it used to be. I know.
What?
When I got mine, you didn't need, like, I had all the documentation. Now I'm like, I think you need 5 pieces of it, at least in Ohio.
Yeah, there's 5 pieces of ID you need. One of them has to be your birth certificate or equivalent. And
or passport, I think.
One of them, yeah, or your passport.
Yeah,
if you have
which
your
I'm gonna
passport,
use.
they won't even bother with
As-
the real ID. They say you
I
got your
have-
passport.
My
birth
state doesn't even
certificate's-
have real ID, so
Yeah, well, that's Oklahoma for you, right?
I don't know about a real ID. Does it have a longer expiration date than a typical driver's license then?
It's
Nope.
Well, that was a deal which they actually gave me because I was applying for it. Right
Yeah.
now, our license, because I'm over 50, our licenses are every 6 years. When you hit 50, it becomes every 3 years. When you hit 60, it's every 2 years.
Wow.
And anything over 65 or 70, I think it's every year. And right now, if you get the real ID, they were doubling your license. So I would have had a 3-year license. I get a 6-year license if you apply for the real ID. I didn't get the real ID, but I applied for the real ID, so they gave me the 6-year license. But now, if I want the real ID, I got to pay the $25 or whatever to convert it over.
So now you don't have the ability to fly domestic, right? Because you don't have a real
After
ID.
whatever it is.
Like I
January
think it's
or
October or maybe it's next year now.
Yeah. But you know what?
they'll
When I
extend
got
it again.
When I got my license last time, 3 years ago, they were pushing the real ID here in Connecticut, saying the same thing.
Oh,
and I've flown since then.
Yeah.
And
Oklahoma is one of the reasons why they haven't enforced that yet.
Yeah. Well, the
yeah.
TWA or TMA or whatever the hell it is there. What the hell is it? Security for airlines.
TSA.
TSA. They're already saying they're probably not going to enforce it because of the whole COVID.
Well, with COVID, I mean, you know, doesn't make
That's
sense.
just it. I mean, everyone's like, oh, you get COVID. You know, why are you getting your license? You could just blow it off. It's like, exactly, because it's COVID.
Yeah.
What the fuck else am I going to do today? Day. It's like if I have to go sit at motor vehicle for an hour or two, big whoop. I got my phone. It's not like I'm in a rush to go back to work or go do something. I mean, yeah, nobody wants to sit at motor vehicle, but
yeah.
And again, I wasn't there. I wasn't in the building for more than a half an hour. I think I was there 20, 25 minutes. Don't worry.
That's 2.
I think I sat for a half hour just to get my tags renewed last year, which I normally do online.
Last time I was there, I was actually registering a trailer for my boss under the company because I had signature authorization for the company. So I could go do I'd go do his motor vehicle crap for him. I was there 4 hours.
Oh, that's brutal.
And that's getting there at 7, a half hour before they open, and being like 4th or 5th one in line.
Wow.
It was insane.
It's been going on since before Mark. God damn it.
And where I was registering under the company name, they have to make calls and verify, but still 4 hours.
Yeah, that's just insane.
It was so fast today, dude. And the lady at the counter
the background. It's a printer. I'm hearing a printer. That's what.
The lady at the counter apologized for having to wait so long.
Damn it!
I haven't been here 15, 20 minutes.
DJI screw back in the thing.
Oh, I just found something awesome. It may not be my. It may not be the hot water heater itself. It's this hose.
Oh,
it's leaking. Luck. It's leaking at the top of the hose. This little joint.
Just kind of wicking down.
The coupler.
Yeah.
Guess what?
What?
If the coupler's rotten, the tank's rotten too.
Yeah. Oh no.
That is true.
Like that. Are you on city water or well water?
City water.
Is it chlorine?
Yeah.
So it's
city water.
You might not. Do you have a filter on the house?
No.
No.
Yeah.
It's chlorinated water though, right? So it's filtered chlorinated water.
Yeah.
So your iron should be all pulled out then. So the pipe shouldn't be rotten. The only thing that really makes copper pipes rot, I'm assuming it's a copper pipe.
Oh, it's actually the rubber hose.
Rubber hose?
Yeah, could just be the seal.
There's not supposed to be any rubber hose on that. It's supposed to be all copper.
What's
no.
I'm talking up here. What is this then?
Hang on.
Wait. Let me grab the
tilt your angle.
Oh, stupid Brett.
I'm guessing none of you guys ever change your freaking sacrificial rods ever either, too. Huh?
What rods?
Change every 5 years.
I have one in
gas.
my pool.
What rods?
The sacrificial rod
the
is in the
anodes,
water. It's
yeah.
got nothing to do with whether it's gas or electric.
Yeah.
Are they all
Anytime you got
serviceable
water.
though? Do they all have sacrificial
rod.
rods?
It's the electrons in the hot water eat the sacrificial rod before they eat
the metal
of your tank.
Yeah, you're supposed
Most
to do
tanks
it.
now are glass lined, but they still rot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fairly that is not the right pipe. Just so you know.
It's like a flex hose.
It is a flex hose, and that's not supposed to be hooked up to your hot water tank. The reason I know is because
that's like
mine
for a
has
sink.
those hooked up because it's easier and faster.
Right. Yeah, you don't have to do all the welds and the
well,
soldering.
you don't. I mean, in reality, you're not even supposed to do packs. You're supposed to be a foot
copper
away from the tank with copper
because
of the heat.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take a picture of that and send that to the person and be like, yeah, this is what's going on.
Dude, you can fix that your damn self.
Yeah, just go get some copper pipe and solder.
I wouldn't even get copper. You could
solder.
just pex it onto there. Fuck the copper.
You could. I mean, it's already out of code anyway.
Yeah.
Might as well. Or
code?
just
We don't need no stinking code.
It's the same thing. Maybe it's code in his
badges.
area. Who knows?
We don't need no stinking badgers.
But I've never heard of
that. The anoid rod. That is correct. That's the actual name of it.
What is it?
Anoid rod.
Yeah, anode. Okay. Sacrificial anode. Yeah.
It's basically
I can
really
tell you,
soft metal, so the electrons
zinc.
or whatever attack the rod before they attack your
It's usually zinc, I believe.
Yay! I have video.
How do you get to it, Llama? How do you get to the rod?
It's usually right in the top. It's dead center of the tank. It's supposed to go right down through the center of the tank.
Mine is old enough; it doesn't have.
Cheap. They're only like $20.
Yeah.
So the top opens up somehow.
Yeah.
You just unscrew it. It's just like
some of them have a bolt on the top near the center that you undo, and that's right where the rod is.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't. Mine's old enough; it doesn't have it.
Then it's got it inside. They've had anoid rods in them for like 100 years, dude.
Yeah.
Cast iron ones have anoid rods in them.
Yep. Unless you got like the bargain special.
It probably was. It was in this house when we bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the one thing you want to do though, Marcus,
it was probably bought
you go to check it because you should check it once a year.
Yeah.
As long as it's like I don't know, I'll ask a plumber.
Llama?
But I think as long as it's like 18 inches or longer, you're fine.
Llama, I'm letting this house literally burn to the ground.
Yeah,
I don't care about it.
No, I'm talking to Marcus. Marcus does care.
What if I've already had it for like 10 years? Is it worth checking?
Probably not.
Yeah, just get a new one when it
You're
goes.
borderline the lifespan of the hot water tank, anyways. I would drain it.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's one right in the back.
For one, you'll notice if you drain your hot water tank and your cold water storage tank.
No.
If you drain those once a year.
No.
Flush them out.
No. If you have not drained it in 10 years, do not drain it, or you risk exposing cracks and stuff that are already there.
True. With a hot water tank, not with a cold water.
Yes.
Most cold waters are fine.
Yeah, cold water, you're fine, but hot water, do not. If it's been more than 5 years, leave it alone.
I still drain them. If there's a crack.
Unless you want to replace it. Right then and there.
Crack, it's already leaking. What's up, Shane? What are you dancing for? You know.
Oh, he's dancing because I still have the full screen.
Yeah. There we go. Thank you.
Our house, we had leaks in our copper pipes because I don't know how this happened, but you know how the telephone line has like 40 volts DC or something like that on it.
And they were using your water lines as a
They were bare wires touching the copper pipes. Which caused electrolysis, I guess, and corroded the pipes in the plaster walls and started leaking.
That's why I like going to PEX. Now, the downside of going to PEX is you can no longer ground your house through it.
Good. You shouldn't be doing that to begin with.
Actually, it's code here in Connecticut.
It's stupid here because it's called lightning strikes.
If you if you have a well and a ground line, you already have a ground coming from the well. So if you ground your house,
because from my well to the house is PEX.
Correct. But you have a ground at the well, and you have a ground at the
maybe. You haven't seen my well house.
The water line will ground your house out faster. You will blow your pump out if you have a submersible pump like I do. But that's the only thing that'll happen because it'll just ground out to the water in the ground. It's the fastest traveling, easiest discharge there is.
least path of least resistance.
Now, the path of least resistance is the 14 6-foot copper-clad ground spikes that I have for my amateur radio antennas.
No, there you go. That'll do it. Yeah.
That's even better.
Yeah. Except for your radio.
These still ground to the water line.
No, radios are disconnected during storms.
Yeah, that's good then.
If I'm not home, they're disconnected, except the repeater.
We ground everything to water, and I got 3 spikes on the house. There's 2 basically at the power box coming in at the meter. There's one right under it, and then there's another one on the other side of the house. I don't know why. They make you do the dual now. When they put the new, because we got, well, God, it was 15 years ago. We got the digital meters now, so they don't even have to drive up here.
Kenneth, this house is worth only about $2,000. The property's worth more.
It's worth more than that and the copper running through the walls.
Probably
No, it isn't. It isn't. No. Llama, some of the wiring in the attic is aluminum.
Aluminum wire.
22. That's dangerous.
Uh-huh. This house is scary.
Do you guys know that Samantha chick we talk to on Twitter all the time?
Yeah.
She still got freaking knob and tube in her freaking house.
I had that in my 1920s.
So do I.
Yeah.
This is no longer used, but
Dangerous.
that's cloth wiring.
Yeah. There you go.
Cloth wiring's fine as long as it didn't dry out.
Yeah.
So when you touch it, it just crumbles in your hand. That's when it's dangerous.
Yeah, it's drier than dead dingo's pecker as
Dingo's Sounds like an Australian saying.
Yeah, EEV blog. He always says that when something's super dry. It's just like that just sticks to my head. I'm like, that's like.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Marcus, I would check your anoid rod. Do you own the house or you rent?
I do, but it's been a while, so if it's not worth it.
I would just start saving.
I'll know for next time.
Actually, here's a real question for you, Marcus. Your house, when you get ready to just change it over, what is your water heater? Is it gas or electric?
It's gas. It's a 30 gallon.
And are you on a well or on city?
City.
Perfect. Get an Insta-Hot.
Oh yeah.
Here's the problem with Insta-Hots. They rot out really fast. They only got
Not if you have it filtered properly.
They still only have a 5-year lifespan on the average.
So for the lines coming into the top, like, is that just supposed to be copper line coming in? Is that what that's supposed to be?
It should be copper within a foot of the tank on either side.
Yep.
Okay.
Most plumbers will do 18 inches depending on the code. I don't know.
Yeah.
Your code might be different there.
Yeah. I might just leave the cold side because that looks like it's fine. And that's not, I'm not touching that. But on the other side,
the hot side's where it's leaking and that's rubber?
Yep.
It's got a rubber seal.
Ah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, but
Swap that.
Dude, it's basically got a toilet freaking line, a sink.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's
yeah, when I touched it, I realized it was rubber.
I did
like,
it.
oh, that's not right.
But I don't expect it to last. Mine will probably be gone in a year or two.
I don't know if this is going to work, but I have to figure it out now.
But yeah, I would check the anoid tube. For one, the anoid tube not only saves the tank, it saves all the copper in your house.
Mm-hmm.
If you have copper in your house.
Most people do.
Yeah, I have a mix of copper and galvanized, I think it is.
Oh, here we go. Ooh.
The thing is, Shane, you can replace both of those uprights.
Mm-hmm.
and just go PEX out of it.
Well, you got
You're
copper
talking
there.
like $30 in an hour of your time to do it.
Well,
the
cold side is this old stuff. It's not copper on that, but I don't. It's so crusty. I don't want to touch it.
Yeah, but you don't have.
Did that work?
You're just gonna reattach where
we see it.
Flex lines coming out.
Did you see the water heater?
Yeah, it looked like you had some copper because I saw the.
The scaling. The scaling going up to one side.
Right.
You're gonna make a pipe about that long with the two ends on it to screw onto the tank. You do two of them. That'll cost you the most because of the ends, the copper, junctions, union joints. And then you just go PEX out of that to whatever you have up in the ceiling. It literally won't cost you but $30.
The cost isn't my problem because it's probably going to cost me more.
The tools are going to cost them more.
What will?
The tools to work with PEX?
Yeah. I personally don't want to touch that stuff right there. That I'll touch. No. That I don't want to touch.
Yeah, but you don't have
Is that black pipe? Are they running black iron pipe for it?
No.
No, it's
it's
galvanized.
Oh.
That's interesting. I'm really surprised it's not copper.
It's an old house. This is
okay.
The attic was insulated in 1942.
Oh, there you go. So it probably was black iron.
You got like lead poisoning by now,
What you say?
You got lead poisoning.
There's no lead in the house. It's already been tested.
There isn't that galvanized pipe.
The galvanized coating is lead.
Yep.
Yeah, but only if it's got some kind of.
That's why lead pipes are so horrible for water, because galvanized pipes, or for heating, because when the pipe heats up, it actually turns that lead into gas.
Yep. Yeah, galvanized is against the law completely.
Welcome to Z's Weekly Madness, where we talk about everything.
We've been talking about pipes for a while.
All right, here's the deal, Shane.
I gotta go.
My airplane ticket. I can't get on an airplane because I don't have a real
ID. It's not until like end of April, I thought.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. Dude, if you live local, I'd come do it for you.
Yeah.
It literally is the easiest thing in the world to do. And actually, you don't even need tools for the PEX because you just spend another $20 and buy shark bites.
Or rent them.
Yeah, or you can rent them. Home Depot rent them for like $2 or $3 for the compressor.
I mean, honestly, all the galvanized, there is a plan to remove it all. It's fairly easy to get to in most of the house. It's just right now, I don't want to do it right now because everything else that I'm working on.
Here's the thing I taught my brother too. He's replacing all his copper because it's like 1 million years old. And the good thing about PEX and shark bites is you can do a 10-foot run of the stuff, cut it out, hook it up, put a shark bite on it, and be done for that day. Yeah. And then be like, tomorrow, I want to go down that 20 yards. And you got the little tool, you decompress the shark bite, it disconnects, and you start running from there. And you can just do little sections with the PEX.
The thing is, though, is this galvanized, it's shot. So if I touch anything, I'm doing the entire thing because it's.
Well, you're risking the moment you touch one length, you're worried about the rest of the lengths. Because I've had threads on galvanized pipes just fall apart.
Usually, with galvanized, the super strong part are the elbows. So as long as you stop at an elbow, you're not going to fuck anything up down the road.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Like jiggling it around and like.
Yeah, put a nice pipe wrench on it and hold it.
The elbows never rot on galvanized because they're like triple thick.
I actually know somebody who got heavy metal, copper metal poisoning once because he was running soft copper on his hot water tank.
Oh God, I've seen people use flexible copper for lines. I'm like, are you nuts?
That's what's on mine.
But the thing,
I saw that. Yours is all twisted up.
The thing, Kenneth,
but we don't drink hot water. Hot water does not get ingested.
Yeah.
Kenneth, I'm not a complete retard and leave the water on when there's no heat in the house. I empty everything. So.
Yeah.
That's the problem with water freezing is if you leave shit on.
Yep.
Yes, PEX is great for freezing. Like if you're not home and all of a sudden your heat goes off and the pipes freeze. Like I will, even if, because people still like copper for some reason better around here. But if I'm doing a new house, I still do like a 20-foot run from like outdoor spigots and stuff of
Mhm.
PEX, even with a frost-free spigot. I'll still run PEX another 15, 20 feet off of that line.
Yeah, I mean that is the plan of what I'm gonna do. It's not right now. Like,
Yeah, no, I get it.
yeah.
But
Especially
again,
where
that's
he is. You still
the
have
cool
snow
thing
on the
about
ground,
PEX.
don't you?
Is if you decide to go do it, it's one of those you don't have to do it all at once.
Yeah,
You can take your PEX and replace a 10-foot section and go, that's all I want. You put one of them stupid shark bites on it because you can reuse those shark bites like 2 or 3 times.
yeah.
I wouldn't use them any more than that because then the seal
So,
starts.
Marcel, what are you working on now that we've driven Marcus off?
I finally got the bolts, proper bolts in for building this battle droid, actually.
Cool.
Plus, I just finished that T3DO droid that we're building in the stream Friday.
Nice.
I got that all off except for the tracks. I got to switch back to TPU again. But yeah, just working on this battle droid, trying to get him finished. I was bondoing and painting the Stormtrooper helmet, so that's slowly getting some work done.
Oh, whoa. Hang on.
Time because there's some definitely some. I printed this in ABS with the FlashForge Adventurer 3, so it's not the best quality, but with the Bondo and everything, not a big deal. But yeah, it's taken. This is now the second layer of Bondo, just to clean it up, make it look really nice. But working on that. Plus, I've got my other Deathstroke helmet that I'm working on as well. Same idea, getting that thing all primed and getting all the features taken care of and everything, and then I'll paint her later.
I don't have the patience for that crap.
Oh, and for those who don't know, Marcus actually just finished working on set and is able to announce a new TV series.
Marcus?
Or not Marcus, Marcel, you. Marcel, I'm sorry. It's the MAR. It screws me up.
I have nothing to announce because I just literally, this is my second day of getting off COVID, so I'm actually like...
No, you posted on Facebook a little while ago that there was a TV episode that just came out or something.
Yeah. So a TV show called Two Sentence Horror Show, or Horror Series, I think it is, Horror Series. There's an episode there. It's season 2, episode 10. I'm featured in there a little bit, but not as much as I was thinking, but it was a fun time to work on it.
Is that like a Canadian series? Or?
No, it's actually an American series. Oh, American. On the CW this year for season 2. Cool. But it's awesome. Pretty cool. It's just like this country and western type scene, and they're showing this basically like almost like a cosplay or whatever they call it for this. It's a reenactment for this. Back in whatever day, and with the Indians there and the cowboys were trying to kill them and stuff, and they get possessed and blah blah blah. I don't want to give too much away. It's pretty funny. It's actually a really good series. If you haven't heard of it.
No, I haven't actually. I saw your post on Facebook and meant to ask you about it. Never got around to it.
Got a quick little thing I can share here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Since I've already got you up.
I just added it, so let's see if I can pull it up. Full screen.
So that printer sounds like a droid.
The steppers are singing.
What? Oh, you can hear my printer, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like R2D2 is just pissed off, just getting censored.
More and more pissed off.
That's another thing about Prusa Slicer, and again, I probably have to tune a little bit, but I'm using Prusa Slicer instead of Idea Maker to eliminate, other causes, and it's definitely louder running off the G code from Prusa Slicer. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
This is just a cutscene from the guy running with the pickaxe.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
I missed it. Play it again.
Hang on. I'll try.
I was over looking at the other chat.
Hey, Justin.
I didn't know you could do this. You could actually go straight to the file instead of sharing a screen.
Yep. That's new. They added that, I don't know. Actually, it's been about a month now.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Come on. There we go.
Yeah, it's super short. But yeah, I'm one of the possessed townsfolk.
Oh.
doesn't show
Is
up.
So
there a
you're
mark
behind
that's
those
to the
two.
mud?
Oh, it paused for some reason. That's weird.
I just did it too, Zolan. It's all your fault.
Wait, are you the one in the dress? No, I'm just kidding.
He's that one right there. He's that blur right there.
Freezing. I don't know why.
Oh, I
Oh,
just
no,
saw.
that was him chasing him with the axe.
You were like the pilgrim, or yeah, like the black and white. That's cool.
That was pretty fun.
That is cool. Ow. How you doing, Justin? Been a while since we talked to you. Yeah. Anyways. So the camera works. Hopefully I don't crush the wire this time.
Yeah, my next project, I don't know if you guys saw it, but there's a new print-in-place AT-AT that everybody's tweeting right now.
Did you get it?
Yeah, it's free. It's like, it's on Fab 365, but it is free.
Well,
so I went ahead and downloaded it.
So technically, it's not really free, but yeah.
Oh, really?
Patreon. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I mean,
when I go to the link, it sends me to his Patreon site, which.
Oh, that's weird. Maybe the link I found
Greg
was.
got it just in time.
Maybe I did. Yeah, I don't know, but I snagged it earlier today.
Yeah.
All it did was it made me verify my email address, which took like 3 seconds because I was already a Fab Lab or a Fab whatever that site is.
Maybe that's what it is then. Not Patreon. It's a Fab Lab site.
Yeah, fab365.net. You got to have an account on there. So.
Oh, Justin just posted it.
Yes.
You're right. Yeah. Yep, that's it.
Ow. Okay. My back's hurting too much to finish assembling that.
Well, I'm not a member.
It looks really slick.
Yeah, it does.
I think I'm going to dry out I have some gray filament that would probably work out perfect for that.
Want some peeling gray PETG?
Yeah.
Oh, heard a bad dad joke today. Nut.
Oh no. I'm not gonna.
All right, who's there?
Nut. Nope. Cash.
Cashew.
Nuts, huh?
This is the first time that I've ever
Cash you outside.
shared.
Demolition Ranch. He did a whole bunch of nut jokes today.
On that note.
Oh, Shane's sharing something. Hang on.
Yeah. So that laser that I got. So this is an attack disc for a U-boat game that my buddy plays.
Looks like a compass, kind of.
Yeah. So each of these rings, they're independent of each other. So all three of these spin, and then there's things at top that will spin around as well, as you can see. And that's pretty much my first project with the laser is etching that out.
Cool.
Wow.
That's cool.
That's going to take a while to engrave.
Yeah, I have to get a lot of things nice and figured out before, because like the full thing is like 16 inches around, so I got to figure out how I can scale it down just a little bit.
So are you using gerbil?
Yeah, it's got to be using gerbil.
Gerbil. Is that better than squirrel?
Easier to catch.
Oh.
And you can stuff it in smaller places too.
Oh, dude, I knew someone was going to go there too. I knew it. I was actually trying to think of the actor's name, so I was going to say you better keep him away from it.
Richard Gere.
Yes, Richard Gere.
Oh,
that's
gosh.
it.
Oh man.
By the way, it's untrue. It was.
Yes, it is.
But it was a thing.
It was. Didn't they use a
I
tube
remember.
too? No.
Didn't they make it illegal to sell them in California for a little while?
Something like that. I don't know. There was a big freaking commotion about it after it went public. God, that was like late 80s or 90s.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh
Yep.
boy, dating ourselves.
Because that came out right after he did that really good movie. What the hell was the name of it? With,
Pretty Woman.
No, with Richard. Not Richard. Bruce Willis and where he's the Irish freaking bomber dude, and Bruce Willis was the assassin. It was a wicked good movie.
Oh yeah, I can't think of the name of that.
I can't remember the name of it. But I still remember the biggest part I remember is Jack Black was the like gun designer that made the legs for the Gatling gun or the
Jackal.
huh?
Jackal.
Jackal.
The Jackal.
The name
Yeah.
of the film was-
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
that
That's
was
right.
The moment you said the big gun with the legs, I was like, oh, the automatic sniper rifle.
Yeah.
Yes.
With the
Sniper
remote.
rifle, not Gatling gun, sniper rifle. But I remember him like shooting freaking Jack Black's hand off.
Yep.
It's like, stand there, hold the cigarettes, his arm blows off. He's like, just stand there. It's like, I don't know, someone blew my arm off. I think I'd be bolting. I think I'd be out of
It's
there.
Jack Black. Do you really see him bolting?
No, but still.
No. He needs to get his friend out there with him, and then they can just bring out the pick of destiny.
That was a great movie. Especially all like the different like acting that Bruce Willis did was really good.
Yeah, he's had a really good
All the
career.
characters he played in it.
Yeah, but he's had some pretty massive bombs too lately.
True.
Oh, lately,
Yeah. Oh, lately, yeah. None of the new stuff's getting
And
good.
I don't think it's even him. It's just like he's just taking
Yeah.
anything
No,
thrown at him, and they're terrible.
No,
scripts.
it's him. Go watch Kevin Smith's one of the night of Kevin Smith's when he talks about working with Bruce Willis. It is not good.
I think the last one I liked that he was in that I truly really liked was probably Unbreakable. You know, with Samuel Jackson.
Yes.
That was probably the
that
last
series.
flick.
Yeah, Glass.
Yeah.
Glass was
Yeah.
actually good, and that was the last one.
Yeah, Unbreakable
that's right.
wasn't that great. Glass.
Yeah, it was
the
Glass.
first
I'm
one
thinking
was-
Glass.
The first one was Unbreakable. Glass was the second one. Right?
Yes.
No, Unbreakable, Split, and then Glass.
Oh,
Yeah,
there were
that's-
three?
Split didn't have Bruce Willis in it. Split was just the guy who plays Professor X. Can't remember his name, but he's the guy that Bruce Willis fights in Glass. That guy. Split is his movie.
Yeah.
Where he's introduced.
And Red
And
wasn't too bad, but that was not really. You guys remember Red? It
I
wasn't bad.
really liked Red, and I like Red too, but
I
it
did
wasn't
too.
Bruce Willis who made that movie.
No, it wasn't exactly.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
It
the
was
main
everyone
guy.
around him.
Yep.
Yep. The chick was awesome. What the hell's her name?
Yeah. The redhead.
No,
Actually, yeah,
Malkovich was like
Malkovich
John
was
Malkovich
awesome.
on point.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's just.
I get to get the pig. I get to get the pig.
Yes. He's great. That was a good flick.
That was a good flick.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And of course, you have all the whole Die Hard series. I really hope they actually do the handoff like they've led up to.
I'm gonna go hang out with Liam for a bit.
Liam,
All right.
yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna
Yeah.
probably kill this too because I know he's been streaming now for almost an hour and a half.
Yeah, he started
Yep.
streaming like 5 minutes before you did. Anyway,
All right.
See you, Llama.
Kill him.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go get Liam's link. I'm probably gonna kill this. May hop over actually to Liam's stream for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go upstairs and cook some food, but I'll probably
Sounds
throw
good.
it on in the background. I am starving, and I have some nice festy burgers in the fridge.
Ooh.
I went to a festival, and they have these pre-made burgers that are pretty good.
What is that? What is Liam's channel name? I always miss this up.
Astro something.
Astro Printer.
Astro printer.
Yeah, I'm not finding it for some reason, and I know I'm subbed to him on top of it. There we go. Okay, people. In fact, there's the Wednesday night hangout with Astro Printer. Oh, hey, Dan's over there.
Yeah.
So let me grab that share link, do a copy. So people, I'm going to go ahead and start shutting this one down. I'll probably do another Weekly Madness coming up because I want to do, not a Weekly Madness, actually. Soon, not sure when, Greg, myself, and hopefully Chris Travis, we can do some liftoff sim or DRL, either one, cool. And do some multiplayer. And I'd like to start doing some trick training.
Yeah.
You do DRL, I can join you because I don't have liftoff.
Yeah,
cool, we'll do DRL.
What's the one
then.
I just got? Was it DRL, Zolan?
What? Yeah, I think it was. Marcel, what's a good night for you? Since I know you're the one who's earlier than all of us.
It really doesn't matter. Actually, I'm off work right now, so I've been up to like 1:30 in the morning.
Okay. Well, in that case, want to try for Sunday?
Sure.
That sound good to you, Greg?
Yep.
How about you, Chris Travis? I know you're there in chat still. Yeah, you set your Girl Scouts down. I mean, your Girl Scout cookies down. Oh, and there's Dan. Well, Dan, we were just about to head over to Liam's stream.
Oh, that's funny because I just told Liam I was coming over here because I told you I was going to come hang out with you too tonight, and I just spent like 45 minutes over there, so I figured I'd come spend 45 minutes over here, and you're going over there. So if everybody's going over there, well, then I'll just hang out in the crowd and watch because I'm not very chatty tonight. So I've just kind of been sitting here staring off into space and occasionally making a comment. And,
well, Chris Travis, since you're the one who said what time? Hey,
Dan.
Keep in mind, Marcel's on the West Coast, so later is actually better.
Yeah, not really.
But not too late because I get up every morning at 5:30 now. Every morning.
And I'm not a night owl, so.
You wuss. I'm up by hell. I've been beating my alarm up. I've been getting up about 4:30.
Ooh. Yeah, Dan, I'm getting up at 5:30 in the morning so I can go exercise.
Ooh, I've been getting up at 4:30 in the morning because it's quiet in my house and I can get ready for work a little bit slower that way.
he has to get up to pee.
I don't have to rush around the house. I get up in the morning, I grab my cup of coffee, I stick it in the coffee maker, I go in the bathroom and make sure I look presentable enough for work to go to work. And then I come back out and grab my cup of coffee and take about 20 minutes to put one shoe on, then 20 minutes to put the other shoe on, and then walk out the door.
Comfortably life.
I walk down the steps to my basement and I work. Mine's all remote right now.
I'm hoping to get there. I'm hoping to get there. I'm taking the first steps. I'm trying to legitimize the whole DV3D media thing and make it more of an official thing. So trying to, once it's more legitimized, I think it'll be taken a little more seriously when there's the LLC added to the end of it and it's not just something that I say, you know what I mean? So
Greg, Greg and Marcel, how does Saturday 6 p.m. sound?
Sure.
Maybe like Eastern or no, you're in Mountain.
Central.
Right? Central. Okay, I couldn't remember.
Oh, Chris Travis just said Sunday at 6 should be fine. Cool. There we go.
Yeah.
So Sunday at 6, we're going to spin up a drone thing. I'll probably multicast that one out to FPV Junkyard as well.
Cool.
Okay. So I put the link over to Liam's stream already out in chat, people. Go ahead and go show him some love. The rest of you, take care.
See you guys.
Adios.
And too many buttons to click in order to hit there.